Views from the Chair Pod. We back. Y'all joining us this week.
What's up, fellas?
Shit, man. How's life been treating you, man?
It's good. It's good. Had a nice little weekend, ready for a hot cast with the boys,
Okay.
with the dogs.
Okay. How the fellas weekends went, man?
It was good. Saw a comedian in Durham, Shane Gillis. It was pretty funny.
You need to go to his page too. I seen that on your story. Funny guy.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Funny guy.
Did a little getaway for the moms. They had a whole day away, and all the dudes watched the babies. There was like 6 fellas with their 1-year-olds and under.
Damn.
Went to the children's museum so they could play around with some, and we had liquor on our breath. It was kind of a wild moment.
That's different.
But it was fun.
Different.
Huh?
Drunk with the 1-year-old. How was that? How was that?
They can fall more than you think. Yeah, it was good overall.
This weekend, huh?
Yeah.
Insider. Nobody caught it. It's all good. I caught it.
Caught what?
A lot of falling this week.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Yeah. What's going on, dude? What happened in your life, man?
I had a good weekend. Friday I played some golf with the boys. Went to a friend's house afterwards, hung out.
This fucking guy. But yeah, go ahead.
Went to a friend's house. Don't you hate when you're around like a friend that you haven't been around that long, and like something like happens and you have to act like you're fine with it? Like you're like, all right, I can go more in depth than that. Like, say it's a big ass snake on a door, right? And you're not a snake guy.
Mm-hmm.
But now you gotta act like, oh, it's no big deal. Like, I'll go fucking get that snake open door. Like, you just gotta go handle the snake shit to not look pussy, right?
Is this a real scenario?
Yeah, there's this big ass snake on my friend's door.
Fuck is crazy.
What'd he say?
Thought this was metaphorical.
No. Pause.
Hey, yo.
There's a big ass snake on the door, right? So I had to get the snake off.
Get the snake off. Getting the snake off is nuts.
So I had to knock the snake down off the door.
Like with your hands?
Nah, I got a stick.
You were inside the house, and there's a snake. You're in the house.
Walking out. I was about to go.
What
get
is this in the Amazon?
No, it's like right on. I'm not gonna say that. It was in a suburban area, and I was walking out the door, and I looked around, and before I was hopping in an Uber, my friend had noticed, like, yo, there's a big ass snake on the door, like, and they were freaked out about it. And I'm like, oh, that ain't shit, yo. Like, I fucking kill snakes all the time, like, like, you go handle that. But inside, I was panicked. It was.
Sounds weird.
A lot of falling, a lot of panicking.
Yeah, all right, so now we're just gonna have a good old time this pod, huh, boys?
We can throw the sounds. It's all good.
Jesus Christ! Motherfuckers was about to fucking defriend me 5 minutes ago. Now we're just subbing it out. Then Saturday, I had my championship game. We lost by 2. That sucked. I will say, now that I've been playing basketball so much lately, I love golf. It doesn't even come close to basketball. It doesn't even come close.
It doesn't.
It doesn't even come fucking close. And I love golf. But I would rather play basketball 10 times out of 10. It's just a better sport. It's more fast-paced. You got more control. Maybe that's what it is. And also, like basketball, what's fun about basketball, too, is, like, you can help the people you're playing with as well.
Yeah.
Like, I can put you in a position to succeed in basketball. Like, I can put the ball where you need it to be to know, like, that's where you shoot it at. That's where you need to lay. Like, that's the fun part about it. Or I can push you into the defensive spot. Like, it's just so much better. And, like, I forgot because I stopped playing it so long.
Are you as good at basketball or at golf as you are at basketball? Is it the same skill-wise?
Nah, I'm better at basketball for sure.
Because I was sitting here agreeing, like, it feels like being good at basketball makes it fun because you can get in the zone, like in those moments where it feels like the hoop is a mile wide. I'll never get that in golf.
Like, yeah, see, I agree to that point. Maybe if I was more consistently good with golf, but I am solid now. So it's like I definitely have the moments like where I go out there a day and I'm like, oh shit, I'm playing great. Or like 5 holes in a row. I'm like, I'm pretty like money with my drive now. So like I crush a drive and be like, damn, I'm locked in. But like, I don't know, bro. There's nothing better than getting the 5 buckets in a row playing basketball and then you dish hit somebody for a cut. Like that, it's just nothing.
The
better.
boy falls, you grab him, you pick him up, and
Bro,
you just
there's nothing. Like you catch the John, you catch it off the board, you push it full court, run all the way, kick it to the corner. Somebody wets a 3. Let's get like it's just fucking the best. Then Saturday I went to the Phillies game with John. That was fun. Ended up running into my stepmom and my stepsisters. Then we went to the casino afterwards. And I usually play blackjack at the casinos, but I played the slots this time. I don't know if I'll ever go back to blackjack.
Okay, why is that?
I probably won like $350 in 20 minutes, bro. And then I was out of there, and it was a good night. Like I'm like, oh, I'll just pull this bitch a couple times, then win. Yeah. Easy money. Cash out. I went and met a friend. And then Sunday, what did I do? Sunday.
This guy is crazy.
What did I do Sunday? Oh, then one Sunday I went to this bar and then I met a friend. Yeah, it was a good weekend all around.
Okay, very friendly weekend. Yeah, I didn't get into too much. Friday, I think I just chilled. Saturday, had a lights out time at the Phillies versus Dodgers.
Lights out.
it was lights out to say the least. Phillies won 9-0. Good times.
Camaraderie.
Yeah, it was a good game. Sunday, do y'all ever just go to the store and then end up spending more than you expect or more than you think?
Definitely Costco.
Went to Walmart just because, like, oh, let's just get some stuff for the house. Go to Walmart, end up walking out with a TV. Just stupid shit.
I love that, though. I love the impulsive buy when you have it.
Yeah.
That's the best.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't mad. The TV is on the fucking remote on the phone now. The remote's on the phone. Shit fucked me up.
I don't like that.
Kind of crazy.
I don't like that either.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Why not?
I don't like that. Because what if
it just makes me look at my phone.
Yeah, and also, like, what if you're at a friend's house? Now you got to grab their remote or their phone all the time?
The remote's still there, but if you on your phone and you're like, oh, turn this down.
Have you guys ever cooked like the same thing in a row a million times and been fine, and then you had to cook it one certain time and then you burn everything?
What's the certain time?
Pressure.
Well, it was a time crunch. That's what it was, I think.
Okay.
It was a time crunch. That's what I think.
Came out crunchy too?
What was that?
Just nothing. Yeah. So yeah, I had a pretty interesting weekend though. Yeah, I did get invited to hoop.
Pretty chewy.
Monday, I was. I did get invited to hoop Monday.
Your bites?
Scared, so I didn't do it. So hearing you talk about hoop made me want to almost get back out there, but I was like, give me another 2 months, man. I think I'll be back on the court.
You want to golf on Monday?
It depends on the time.
It's Juneteenth. You don't have off?
I ain't golfing on no white man sport on a black man holiday.
No, that's not fair.
I'm joking. I'm not golfing now.
It's funny. My current job decided to give us Juneteenth last year, but then they took away Martin Luther King Day.
Damn.
You can't have two.
Just a limit on black holidays. Huh? One a year, y'all got to pick one.
Can't have two.
They would have went nuts though if you would have took away like Christopher Columbus Day for June 19th. They would have.
We celebrate that as Indigenous People Day at my job. No.
Okay, I was just trying to think of a white, predominantly white Easter.
He's Spanish. We're not claiming him.
Oh shit, man! But y'all been paying attention to what's going on with Zion?
A little bit. I saw a little clip that they showed flashing back, and it was like all the girls sitting behind us.
Is Zion moving wrong out here, man? Or in my opinion, I feel like Zion's doing what any 22-year-old with $100+ million would do in that situation, and go get all the random porn stars or whatever they are. Forgive me if y'all not porn stars. I'm not sure, but to the masses, people think y'all porn stars. Are you not going to go get all the porn stars that you ever wanted to knock off and handle that?
Are you guys listening? Like, does it sound like I have any feedback?
No.
Okay, good. Yeah, Zion Williams shit. He announced his pregnancy last week. Yep. Posted a little John, and the first reaction I saw on Twitter was, "Oh shit, check Zion out." Like we thought he would have got a white lady pregnant. He's got a black girl pregnant. Like that's dope. Go right, Zion. And then a porn star came out. It's like, you got that dirty whore pregnant, and I was the real porn star, and like. So apparently he got an OnlyFans girl pregnant, and he was dating a regular porn star at the same time, and she started leaking text and whatnot. And the more I dug into it, which obviously I have a lot of free time these days, the more I dug into it, the more I thought it was freaky with everyone involved. Not necessarily Zion, because like, let's be realistic here. If I'm 24 and I can fuck anybody I want, like anybody I want pretty much, because I'm rich and I can afford to fly them so they'll be convenient to me and move them out. Like I'm probably not that, like I'm a horny guy, but I'm probably not like that type of horny. So I probably wouldn't move them in with me and date them, but I would definitely be knocking them down. But the lady that was causing all the conundrum and shit is 33 years old.
Yeah.
They're definitely taking advantage of this, man.
That's what the fuck. Like, could you imagine if it was situations reversed and a 22-year-old superstar pop singer got pregnant, and now there's this random fucking. You guys don't hear that?
I did just hear it, but it's going.
Yeah, I can hear it in the background. Could you imagine if it was a fucking older dude preying on a young, rich, successful girl like this? Like, that shit is mad weird. Like, all this girl's talking about is how much plans you were going to do. You were going to pay my rent. You were going to buy me, like, blah, blah. Maybe I'll get pregnant, too. It's like, bitch, relax. You're being weird as shit.
You saw they tried to set him up with the child sex trafficking thing, too?
I didn't see that.
Yeah. Talking about, this one girl that he was with was being trafficked when she was 14, and it's, like, all part of a big thing.
I didn't even see that.
They trying to cancel my man. But I don't think nothing Zion doing out of the ordinary for somebody in his position. I do feel like he's moving a little sloppy.
Very sloppy.
Yeah, I don't know why he's saying any of this over Snapchat or whatever. I feel like this,
go ahead.
I feel like you could just change your name and say, yo, whatever the fuck he was saying in the text, but just not using your name. It was kind of wild. They're using his personal Snapchat for soliciting big booty bitches, I guess. But I'm not understanding how Zion was moving. But when you look at his age, the boy 22, so I don't know what anybody expects from him.
It's way different than, when D Wade was with Gabby for like a long time and then had that baby by that other random girl. That was a whole, and they hushed that quickly.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah,
it was a while back.
Baby or something.
Yeah, he cheated on Gabby. She forgive him and all this stuff. To me that was actually all right. That's trifling a little bit, but what Zion's doing is, do the OnlyFans girls think they're like the only one? Are they?
But that's the whole shit. Is like Zion's publicly, it doesn't look like he's in a relationship. So if he wants to fuck OnlyFans girls, porn stars, fuck them raw, dump in them, get them pregnant. If you have the means to support the ladies, then go to fuck head. I don't give a fuck. That shit don't got nothing to do with none of us. If he wants to knock whores down, knock whores down.
I think the main thing why the girl was bugging was because I guess she thought she was the only one, and come to find out you're not. And to me, it looked like she just seen all that money that he was giving her just go down the fucking drain, because this girl was wiring 10,000, 20,000, 10,000, supposedly over 100K to her. So I couldn't imagine your 100K go down the drain, or what you think is down the drain, because I'm pretty sure Zion would have kept her on the damn payroll if she just shut the fuck up, honestly.
And that's the shit I hate with like girls or guys when they break up with somebody or stop fucking with somebody. Now she's letting off the tweets of like, I had to close my eyes when I was fucking you because you're so ugly and your dick's corny and blah, blah. You sound fucking stupid now. You sound weird. That's what the one older lady was saying. So like, you're basically saying you were slutting yourself out because he was a meal ticket. And now
it really you love him in the next tweet.
Yeah, it's so fucking weird. Like, pick a consistency there. But
She didn't really think she was the only one. She's just saying that, trying to play that agenda.
I mean,
There's
she's
no way
getting the attention she asking for.
Yeah, she's getting attention. I mean, I'll give her credit. I went and looked at her porn videos. She piqued my interest.
Really?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. First porn video popped up. She was getting knocked down by a white. I said, I still got a chance.
You just got wired 10,000, and there you go. I didn't understand that part though. I was like, you got to spend this much to get these girls. That's a little different. Is he fucking up the game? Doing shit like that?
100%. I mean, he's a. I can't say that.
This is what Damian Lillard's talking about, right? Where there's no leadership from the older dudes in the NBA. Just
I feel like everybody does that shit though. Not everybody.
Not that you hear about though. They don't. Right. They aren't messy about it.
See, but none of this shit would have happened if he wasn't just raw dogging dumping in OnlyFans girls though. Like, if you figure it out, maybe raw dog.
Like the minute they stopped paying her though, she would have been out. Because it sounded like that's all she cared about, which I'm not mad at her for, but is the bread. And I guess she sees her money stopping at this point. Sure. So that seems to be the only thing to me. Like, this is the only reason you're speaking out is because you feel like your bread about to stop because he got a little one on the way.
Yeah, I agree. Fuck that shit though. John, what's going on with Floyd Mayweather this weekend? That's your guy. Do you keeping up with any of that?
He did an exhibition with John Gotti III.
I didn't even know that was happening.
Yeah, me neither. Until I seen the aftermath this weekend. But apparently he was whooping his ass the whole fight. Referee stops the fight. I think either the 5th or 6th round. And John Gotti, I guess, didn't want the fight to stop, so he gets around the ref. Everybody's seen the video, I would think, at this time. But he gets around the ref, tries to get at Floyd. Floyd, being the legendary defensive fighter that he is, dodges the punch, hooks his ass, knocks him back a couple more steps. Everybody rushes the ring. Crazy aftermath. Even crazier after the fight's over. Jocelyn Hernandez from what was she on? Love and Hip Hop?
Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, Jocelyn from Love and Hip Hop has a brawl backstage. She gets arrested. There's a bunch of wild shit happened at this exhibition fight.
Floyd's got to be pushing 50 by now, right?
Yeah, I think he's around 45, 46.
I don't understand why these expedition guys have a couple fights and think they can beat him up.
I don't know why anybody felt like they could beat him up.
I just don't get it. It's like, I'm not like gonna keep playing basketball a couple times a week and be like, oh, fucking who just retired? I'm trying to think. Oh shit, LeBron's like fucking 40 now. Or Melo. Like, I'm not gonna think I could beat Melo in 3 years if I train for 2 years. Like, it's not gonna happen. I don't get it.
Motherfucker, the average person probably couldn't even beat Jordan right now.
I saw a bunch of people say, like, after the fight, like, oh, Floyd's got beef with the mafia now, blah, blah. And I can guarantee you Floyd Mayweather has enough money to not give a fuck about having beef with anyone.
Yeah.
Like, Floyd Mayweather has the money to, like, buy an army if he need be. Like,
and if you've seen who was in the ring when he started wilding, Floyd has a fucking army.
That's like this is the shit people don't realize is like the mafia and all that shit is cool. A lot of power is dictated off of money. If you're worth $1 billion, everybody knows killers. It's not like nobody has to be. If you have access and funds to fucking literally thousands of killers, I'm not scared to go to war with anybody ever.
And I mean, Floyd money ain't like a street killer. Floyd money is a sniper.
Yeah, I hired them some cake and shit. Like there's a different level. Like, nobody's scared of that shit. And like, it was a refreshing reminder of like the Italians are pretty fucking racist, especially the mafia, because John Gotti the third's mom or sister was coming on there and saying like all this wild, weird shit about his daughter, and shit just got weird. Which is always interesting. Like, I know people bring this point up all the time. It's like how people glorify the mafia, especially in rap culture and whatnot. Is these Italians are racist as fuck for the most part. The old school Italians are mad racist.
Yeah,
like they do not like black people at all.
Even the movies depicted that. As much as black people love the movies, they always said that we don't deal with niggers, we don't fuck with the blacks. I forget what the other word is. I don't know if y'all can say the other word if y'all know it, but it's another word they use. I can't remember the word. The fact that both of your eyes got big when I said that.
We don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I don't even know Italians, bro. Who's Italian?
That's
more
funny.
Words.
But yeah.
What is Italian?
That's actually funny.
My wife's not Italian.
Fuck you, that's the wrong eyes, yo.
I feel like we know that though, but going in, I feel like with most things, I mean, if you straightforward, majority of people are like, all right, well, that's what you are. And whether they decide to fuck with you after that, that's on the person. But yeah, I don't think that was never a secret that they didn't deal with a certain type of person.
Yeah, most of those Eastern cultures are pretty racist. The Greeks are racist. Like everybody out there is.
Dude, old school Asians are pretty racist as well.
Yeah.
Like I think our age group generation of race Asians aren't racist, but like their parents and their parents, pretty fucking racist.
So a lot of cultures that either you call it racist or just be hating on black people. I don't get it.
They also don't like Jewish people either. Not that that's a race.
Asians or Italians?
Italians, Greek. Like there's a lot of that culture war.
I didn't realize people don't like Jewish people like that.
Me neither.
I didn't know that was a thing. Like I'm starting to understand it now, but I never obviously like Nazis and shit. But I didn't realize other fucking subgroups of people have a disdain towards Jewish people.
Do y'all remember the level of racism that shot up after 9/11 towards the Middle Eastern folks? Like they had those target practice papers with straight Muslim people on.
Yeah.
They still got those shit.
It's crazy, bro.
Dudes is putting those permit passes to kill a terrorist on the back of their trucks and shit.
Wow.
The shit is crazy.
6 of our best men that day.
You needed a long pause after that, so everybody heard what you said because you're a piece of shit. I'm
Lebanese, so it's good.
You keep saying that, and I don't believe you.
Okay. Racist. Are you Italian?
Stop holding the mic like that, you freak.
How did you hold that snake, bro? Like this?
No, I told you I hit it with a stick.
Yeah. Just whipping that snake. BDSM deal. It's insane.
Y'all are sick.
Yeah, I got nothing. To bring my boy Gunplay back up after we talked about him last week with his DJ Envy debacle and Rick Ross and whatnot. Gunplay was on a radio station last week and he went on quite a rant saying everybody that requested a GoFundMe can burn in fucking hell. And so I really went fucking crazy on it. So it piqued my interest on what he was talking about. And to what DJ Envy said, Gunplay and his wife's daughter got born with a heart condition. She was in the hospital for 27 days. And they put a GoFundMe up for trying to raise $200,000 or something like that. And last week, Gunplay posted a video where he was giving Rick Ross, I don't know if it was a brand or something, but a big ass gold diamond chain. I appreciate you, bro, so-and-so. So apparently a bunch of people went on GoFundMe and requested refunds because you can do so within 90 days. Is that fair or foul?
That's fair.
I think it's fair. I think Gunplay's out of his fucking mind.
Yeah. Okay. Right? It's foul.
No, not a shot in the world.
I think it's foul. Why give the money in the first place if you feel like you're going to ask for the shit back?
Because I'm giving you money. Yeah, I'm giving you money if I think you're in need. I'm not giving you money if you're putting a post up saying we're dealing with strenuous conditions and we got to be in the hospital, this, and then, motherfucker, you posing a big ass, and Gunplay's my man. You posing a big ass diamond chain that you're just giving away to your mans? Yeah, I want my bread back, dog. You got it.
Billion dollar companies that you go to the store and they say, do you want to donate $1 to so and so?
I always do.
Why?
Because that shit's like the Red Cross or something, dog. They're probably gonna match me on it.
But my thing is, why when you got $1 billion companies establishment and they asking for you to donate to them when they could just donate infinite money to them?
Well, let me ask you this, John. I say, yo, John, dude, like
also, but I'm on Gunplay side, so I don't think your argument gonna stand. But go ahead.
Like, yo, John, like, bro, like, I really need a pair of shoes. Like, my fucking feet are bleeding. Like, I'm walking like with fucking holes in my shoes at this point. Like, I'm in a bad spot. Can you give me a pair of shoes? And you're like, yeah, I got you, bro. Like, buy me some Air Forces. And then you come over my house and there's 200 pairs of shoes. You're not gonna feel swindled?
I wouldn't have gave it to you. I mean, I'm not. For me,
you're not gonna feel swindled.
For me, I'm not giving you nothing that I'm not comfortable with giving up. So if you like, yo, I need a pair of Air Ones, they 120, and say I got $60 to my name. Here's 40, bro. I'm not about to be mad. I don't know what happened to where as though like I just don't understand asking for your bread back after you're donating. That don't make sense to me. That's like saying everybody that donated to Katrina asked for their bread back. Where'd the money go?
I feel like you're being a contrarian here.
Oh, I'm dead ass.
Because if a homeless motherfucker's on the corner is like, yo, I need $1, I'm starving, I don't got no money, and you give him $1, and then he pulls out a wad with 5 racks, you're like, dog, give me my fucking dollar back.
Why?
Because he just lied. He just swindled you, dog. He just lied.
He didn't say shit.
He just
lied. He's homeless.
That's a fair point.
He ain't say nothing. Like, if you
that's a fair point.
If you fall for it, that's on you. Like, that's on you. I don't get it. Like, you can't if you giving something away, it's different if they like, I'm gonna pay you back and don't pay you back. But if they like, yo, I need $5 and got 30 in their pocket, why am I mad? 30 or 5,000. People have been giving them money all day.
The difference between giving 5 and somebody having 30 in their pocket and donating fucking 200 grand and then giving somebody a 60 grand watch.
Okay, but say he had 70,000 saved. Just say. And he goes but he needs 200,000. They donate 200,000. And then he gets a royalty check 2 months later for fucking Bible on the Dash. Boom.
You know damn well Bible and Dash ain't giving no fucking royalties for all that, dog.
You don't know his situation. Maybe he was down bad at the time. It's not like you haven't seen somebody down bad, up, bad, up.
100%, but don't flaunt your wealth a few months after. Obviously, it's in that fucking 90-day window if they request John. Don't flaunt your wealth 90 days after you just
told it was bad taste to post
out.
That.
Like, that's crazy.
Post it, but I mean, you can't really, to me, if you donating money to somebody, how could you be mad? That's
John,
like donating clothes to Goodwill and seeing somebody that you know is fly and fresh, go to the Goodwill and get clothes.
I wouldn't ask for it back personally, but I would feel swindled. 100% I would feel swindled.
I'm not understanding why you would feel swindled. Because
so it's like, in Philly, they did this shit. It was a big scam a few years ago, and these kids would all be on the gas station shit with binders, and they would have all these papers. They'd be like, yo, can you donate? I'm trying to get a scholarship. I got to raise so much money, blah, blah. And I would hit them every time. So I'm like, look at these little 16-year-olds. They're trying to go to school and shit. Like, I would be breaking them off 20s and shit. And then a big-ass news report came out that it was just one guy who fucking bought like a school bus, and he was getting a bunch of kids, recruiting them, and he would drop them off at different gas stations, and then he would let them keep 15%, and then he would take all the profits every day. Drop them off at different joints. And I was like, oh, like I wasn't going to track him down and be like, yo, give me my fucking $80 back. But I was like, damn, Jeffrey. I got swindled.
All right, so do you get swindled when you give the smoker $5 and he go smoke that shit?
No, because I know what he's using it for. I know what he's using it for. I know what he's got. Like, this motherfucker's going to take the 5 and buy some crack. Have a fucking blast. Now, if he buys some crack and then pulls off in the Rolls Royce, I'm going to say, what the fuck? You know, like, I could have went and bought some vapes with that shit.
Then that's why you don't give money then. If you feel like you might be getting played or people do that to play, why give money? I'm not understanding why you would give it to ask for it back. That's my only thing. Like, if you giving it, you giving it. It's gone.
You're on some bullshit.
Ain't no asking for it back.
Jake, what do you think, man?
John, would you ask for the money if you knew it had it coming in?
That's it. Word it.
Would you have done what Gunplay did?
My thing is, if I know I could get 200,000 raised, why wouldn't I?
Would you do what Gunplay did?
You're full of shit.
Me personally, no, because I'm not asking nobody for help. But if I'm not mad. I could see somebody that's up millions saying, I have diehard fan base. I want to buy a Rolls Royce. Go fund me for a Rolls. It's the same thing with pastors. Yo, I need a fucking jet. I need y'all to donate so I can get this jet.
And they're donating under
false. They got money already.
They're donating off false pretense too, though. It's the same thing.
How?
The pastors are donating in the calls of God to build a church up and spread.
No, I'm saying the pastor I need a jet to get around to preach the word. Gunplay did the same exact thing. He said, I need my daughter's surgery paid for. Do I want to dip and take my 200,000, or are my diehard fans going to give me 200,000? What's the difference?
I think you'd have to be a foul person to think like that.
Yeah, it's kind of deceitful.
How was that foul?
But you just said
if you have the money to pay for something, especially a fucking 50K, 60K, 100K watch or chain or whatever the fuck it was, and you're asking your fan base that you know just off statistics doesn't have close to the money that you have if you can afford a chain like that, they would never be able to buy that. You're asking them to dig into their little money and give it to you.
Wait, Gunplay's fans don't have a lot of money? What is that?
I'm talking about average person doesn't have fucking 100K to buy.
I'm saying if somebody else could pay for your daughter's surgery, why not do it? And you know they're gonna get, even if you don't get the 200, say he only raised 50. That's 50 less you ain't gotta spend.
I'm on board if it's for
nothing. And also people that donated may be looking at it like, shit, I mean, I know my money went somewhere. Because, I mean, whether he got the money from Ross, whether he got it from his account, it was his money, but he had to spend 200. So if you look at it that way, your money did go to it.
I just don't know why you say you wouldn't do it, but you think it's okay.
Because I just know me, I'm not about to ask for the help. And maybe that's a flaw of mine, but I don't know. But I could see somebody that would do that. Like, I don't see why they wouldn't. It's just like when a streamer gets on a stream, y'all want me to have better camera quality. Well, shit, buy me a new camera. Somebody will send them a fucking camera. It's the same shit.
It's way different.
How?
Because they're putting it in a sense of my daughter needs operations and surgery for her health. Okay. And we don't have it. It's under the pretense of we don't have it. We need help to take care of this so we can be parents and support her.
I gotta see the post. I don't know if they said
and now it's going to from we need help to take care of our daughter to we have expendable funds to gift giant diamond chains to our friends.
But didn't he get on the show after the fact? Or was he already on the show?
No, he was already on Love and Hip Hop down there.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, again, all I'm saying is in any instance, if you donate money, you can't really question where that shit going. You donate to a lot of shit and don't know where that shit goes. We don't even know where our fucking donation, but we don't even know where our tax money go.
But in this very rare case, they found out that he had money and was spending it on that. So they are completely justified in asking for a refund on the money.
If the donation service allows you to, more power to you.
That's what I'm saying.
That's cool. But I don't see why you would donate if you're going to ask for it back.
If I donate to some shit and it comes out that it's not what I donated to, then yeah, give it back. If I have the option to take it back, 100%, give it back.
I ain't against that, but I'm just saying I'm not donating if I feel like I'm going to ask for the shit back. Because why are you asking for the shit back? Because it's morally wrong or because you donated something you ain't had?
Either or, though. If they did donate something they don't have and now they see that you have it and you don't need it as much as I need it, then yeah, give me my fucking money back.
I don't know, man.
I'm picking between what groceries I'm going to buy in a week and you're buying diamond chains. Yeah, give me my money back.
We donate this shit every day that they got the money. They got the money. Or the business sponsoring them got the money.
100%, but it doesn't mean like one thing's right or wrong.
That's what I'm saying. So how was this wrong?
Because they found out where the fuck the money was going. He had the money, so yeah, give it back to me.
Yeah, he kind of lied.
Yeah, well, you have the money. Yeah, give it back. I saw it.
He lied. He said, I need it. I don't have it. Give it to me. And they gave it. If you donate to the Red Cross, you know what they got.
You got to check after that, though. I'm not understanding. Why do we act like people don't say rappers are broke every day?
That's your fair point to that. 100%. He could have got the check after. I'm not calling you a piece of shit if I got the check after and you want it back. Now I'm up. Take your money back. I don't need it anymore.
Fair point.
I think he looking at it from the genuineness standpoint of it, like, yo, y'all donated.
We donated when we thought you were in need. You're obviously not
what
anymore.
Kind of donation is that?
Now that I'm doing that, donations. That's donations. You don't donate to a motherfucker you don't think is in need, bro.
Like, this ain't an investment fund, like,
bro. You don't donate to motherfuckers that you don't think is in need. They thought he was in need. He's not anymore. Give it back.
If you donate $1,000 to somebody, and you see him a year later, and you like, damn, you doing good. Let me get that $1,000.
That's way different.
Okay, 3 months later, you doing good. Let me get that $1,000. They done got on their feet. They done got a job. They making.
But that's different.
Money.
Even in that weird scenario you just made, no, I wouldn't ask for it. But the person I am, if a motherfucker donated that bread to me and then I'm super up 3 months later, the first thing I'm doing is giving it back to you. You take the bread back. I'm up now. I'm definitely not going to. And if you asked for that $1,000 and I had it, I'd give it to you. I wouldn't be like, you piece of shit. Thanks, yo. You held me over when I was down. I'm up now.
It's different, though, because you can easily say, yo, can I get 1,000? I ain't. Why do you feel obligated to have to give it back?
You should want to give it back.
If helping you out in a time of need, why do you feel obligated to give it back when you're doing better?
You should want to give it back.
I'm not saying you shouldn't. We just speaking in general at this point. Why would somebody feel obligated to give it back? People help people every day and don't look for nothing in return. This man or his wife, he said, put up the GoFundMe. Obviously, she didn't know all the connections he had, whether it was just a call to Ross or call to whoever to just pay for the shit. She put it up. It wasn't a Gunplay thing. He already explained that whole shit.
Why did he give Ross the chain?
Because Ross probably changed his life.
So why? So he's giving back to Ross.
He put more than $200K in his pocket.
Right. So he's going to give back to
paying Ross back.
He's going to give back to Ross, who just had a fucking car auction, and not give back to the people that gave him $20 and they're trying to get groceries.
But my thing is, again, what was Gunplay doing before Ross?
Talk that shit, Jake.
What was Gunplay doing before Ross?
Talk that shit, Jake.
I don't know how he got it. Gunplay doing before. Did any of us know Gunplay before Ross?
Look, they've been together forever. Did anybody know Ross
before Gunplay before Ross? No.
I don't know what the point here is.
Did anybody
Ross changed his life? Why wouldn't you give him something?
But they changed his life for saving his daughter. You saved my daughter, yo. It's like that's big time.
When I didn't have it, and now I do. Take it back. Thank you.
Who says he has it though?
He spent it on a fucking chain. He spent it on a chain.
It though. Why do we act like these people don't get sponsors? All this shit.
See, now that's a lot that goes into. If you want to make that argument, that's a fair argument.
It's a lot that go into all this shit.
Because I was wondering, because it was like some shit called Animal House or something like that, and I was wondering. I said maybe they gave that to him as a sponsorship, and then he donated to Ross on IG because that was a part of the sponsorship.
And
that would be the one argument I would make.
Some brand.
Yeah, like, that would be the one argument I would make, 100%. Like, if that's the case, fair game.
Is that the case?
But if it isn't,
and we acting like 200 is just some pennies to relinquish, like that's not a small like, oh, let me get that back. Like, damn, I'm up $1 million now. I gotta give back 200,000. That's crazy. Well, yeah, you're gonna feel a little salty about that.
Yeah, 100%. But like, yeah, I mean, yeah, I think
even if he had $1 million and then the surgery cost 200,000, is he wrong for asking for 200,000 because he don't want to spend?
Yes.
200,000 of his million. Why is he wrong?
Just because if you look at the average,
I never would have pegged John as a socialist, man. This is classic socialism right here.
I mean, I don't. That doesn't. Yeah, I don't even. That don't register with me, good or bad. But
all right.
If he feels that way, I don't understand. I'm just not gonna give it to him. I didn't donate to the Gunplay 200,000 fund. I wasn't even aware of the shit. But if you feel like you gonna ask for something back, why give it? That's my whole thing about the whole thing. I'm not about to ask for nothing back that I donated.
But you should feel like it's okay if they want it back now that you have it.
I want my taxes back too, but I ain't getting them shits.
Completely different argument.
I guess.
Completely different argument.
I guess.
I got nothing.
I don't see how.
I got nothing.
Yeah, I don't see the difference, man. If, like I said, if you give the money, man, don't be asking for the shit back, man.
We are required to pay taxes, dog. These motherfuckers gave him hard-earned money out of the goodness of their heart because they thought he was in a strenuous situation to help his family. And
they helped.
And a few months later, unless it's a sponsorship, he flaunted how much wealth he has when you're getting donations from people that, let's assume, average numbers aren't wealthy. What's the average person have in their bank account? Like $600 in their savings? So yeah, if I have $600 in my savings and I gave you $50 and then you're flaunting an $80,000 chain 2 months later after I donated out of the goodness of my heart because I thought you were in a strenuous situation, I have a right to be upset and I have a right to request a refund.
But I mean, if you go to Gunplay IG, he has a fucking chain on and damn near all his pictures.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. I mean, there was still. I would have donated.
Tell him pawn his jewelry. Tell him pawn his cars. Tell him sell his house.
I would have donated for sure.
Like, I wouldn't have donated in the first place. 100%.
Yeah.
Just tell him pawn all this shit. How about like that's the argument you basically giving?
I'm just basically giving the argument that Gunplay shouldn't be upset at them if they requested a refund.
Yeah, man. He's posting diamond chains and shit before he put up the GoFundMe. If that was the case, people should have told him to go sell his jewelry if you feel that strong about it.
Fair enough. Well, I promise you that majority of our listeners don't know Gunplay anyway, so who gives a fuck?
Do you guys like the new Jake from State Farm?
Never seen him.
I think he's been out for a couple of years.
Oh, the light-skinned dude, yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the black guy. Yeah. I don't even remember the one before him.
Oh no, it was that white fellow that they said Jake from State Farm. He sounds hideous. No.
Didn't Chris Paul do the State Farm shit?
Yep.
Yeah.
Paul? Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Next topic.
Is that it? Why?
Yeah, joke's gone. You guys. Yeah, they pulled that change on us real quick. Felt kind of weird.
Did y'all see D-Wade's response to the 50-50?
Yeah, real quick before we go into that, I just want to say, because I know you guys didn't watch the Idol like that. Jake, you definitely didn't. Johnny said you watched the first episode.
Yeah, you spoiled the second episode because you're good for a spoiler, bro.
Were you pumped up to watch it?
You're
a weekend guy, really. Right?
Yeah, but I mean, I wasn't like this is about to be the best shit ever. It wasn't. It is on HBO. I didn't know what to expect. I watched the first episode. I was like, okay, I get it. It's cool. But it wasn't nothing. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for this shit to come out.
Well, it was made by the same person that makes Euphoria. We're all Euphoria people here.
Is it more high school porn?
No, it's young 20s porn.
Young 20s.
Yeah, young 20s porn. And we're all fans of HBO. We all agree they make good shows, So I see that and I'm like, wow, this is gonna be good. And I start to watch. I'm like, this is a good concept. Like it's pretty much like a 23, 24-year-old child star that became a superstar. She's going through a lot of trauma, so and so. It's one of the worst fucking shows I've ever seen. It is like one of the worst shows I've ever. It's the most overproduced, over dramatic, over get the point across shows. Like it's like one of those shows you watch where it's like you're trying to it's hard to describe. Like you're trying.
Ratings, though.
What was that?
It's killing with the viewership.
Viewership?
Yeah.
It's tanking with the fucking reviews. I think if you have The Weeknd and Johnny Depp's daughter and it's produced by the Euphoria person, I'm sure you're going to get some views and whatnot. It fucking sucks. It's one of those things where it's like it's trying to force down its points down your throat. Like, yeah, this is what we're talking about. Here's what it is. And it's like,
what type of points?
I wasn't mad at the first episode.
I think the whole point of it. Watch the second one, bro. The whole point of it pretty much is how the industry takes you and uses you up and then throws you away as you start to what's it called. And like it goes and goes and goes. And the second one, it really reinforces that. And then there's like the Weeknd's character who's pretty much a manipulator of it, and how these people leech onto you and then take advantage of you.
Is that why they said I'll never look at the Weeknd the same?
I'm sure that's what it was, and it's also very, very sexual, like graphically sexual.
Titties in the first 5 minutes of the show.
Yeah, very verbal, very much sexual. Like so, it's telling you how they over sexualize the person, how they're kind of like numb to this. Then it's got a bunch of like self-cutting, all this different shit. The lady's mom had already died. She's like they're just like literally just chewing. Like it's almost too intense. I think that's why I don't like it. It's not subtle with its points. It's very much the like Hollywood takes you and pretty much fucks you up and then discards you at a young age. And then what do?
I mean, that sounds like a great show to me.
100%. I really like the concept of it. It's just poorly executed.
All right, maybe I gotta watch the second episode, but shit, hearing that, I want to see where I mean, the preview tell you that's what's gonna happen, but I mean, hearing that, if that happened in the second episode, I want to see what happened in the third. I ain't even watched the shit.
The concept's intriguing, but it's.
I'll check the first 5 minutes out.
A lot of titties.
Yeah, sounds about right. Fuck.
Did you guys like Pete Davidson's show, or no?
I watched parts of it. I haven't really that was kind of background noise for me.
I didn't like it.
What's this shit on?
What was that on?
Either Peacock or Hulu. I can't remember.
I think Peacock. Like I like dark humor, but the opening scene, like, dude just comes on his mom. It's like fucking weird as shit.
That was the first, yeah.
I was like, yo, this is like
on a picture.
Disgusting. No, and like really.
Pete Davidson in real life lives with his mom still. So it's kind of a play on that. Like she came to drop the laundry off, and he was headphones in, virtual reality, nutting. Yeah, and it was too late. He nutted on her.
That could be funny for some people.
The part that was funny was that he saw her later, and she still had her shirt on, and she was like, "I just wiped it off. I don't want to do laundry."
Sounded like y'all enjoyed the shit. That was laughing about it.
That was funny. The watching it was disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going back to
the screamer in him too.
D-Wade responded to the 50-50 thing that Gabrielle Union discussed. We talked about that probably like a month or two ago.
No, so a little while ago.
Yeah, but we'll get the clip ready for the people.
Right. Okay, so I understand.
There we go. But yeah, D-Wade basically responding to everything that was said. Why is this shit not popping up?
You're sick, bro. I knew you liked that show.
I didn't. I turned it off after that.
Did you watch season 3?
The whole 50-50 concept. Right. Okay, so I understand what 50-50 means. We decided together, because I think I said one time we was in my...
Why is it not playing?
I don't know. You're not sharing it.
Trying. Technical difficult. I'm going to just let it play the sound.
I said something about it being my house that I paid for. My wife looked at me. She said something about it being my house that I paid for. My wife looked at me. She was like, "You will never say that to me again when it's something that we share." And so my wife was like, "That when we moved to LA, I got half on it. You will never say my house again."
Wow.
She said, "Our home, 50-50. We purchased it together."
Right.
Our daughter, anything that goes on with our daughter, 50-50. We share it together. I said, "Hey, baby, listen, you're not about to be taking all this time away from the family, building your wealth while I'm spending all mine."
Right.
Well, I don't know where they do that at. All I know is, she come home and be like, "Hey, baby, hey, what's good? I'll move on from you." And I done spent all my cheese.
Yeah, right.
So,
are we opposed to that point?
Yeah, that's actually way different than I thought was actually happening.
What you mean?
I thought, like, she wasn't actually doing the 50-50 shit. Mm-hmm. And it I think he tried to come, like, out and save face, and it made him look a lot worse.
Really? Why?
Because it feels like the only reason Gabby wants to do 50-50 is because he was throwing it as, like, his weight around. Saying, "I pay for this shit, like, you can get the fuck out."
I mean, I ain't take it like that. I feel like he just made a statement like, probably like any man would say, like, this is my house. Like, just saying it though, not in a shitting on you way. Like maybe it's take the trash out or take your shoes off in the house. Man, this is my house. Just saying it though. Like,
to
oh,
the extent of that though, if they were arguing, it goes like, this is my fucking house. Then obviously it doesn't feel like your house. So now I feel unwelcomed in the home to the extent of now I'm going to change our whole marriage dynamic to where now I feel like I have to go 50-50. And then even to like his secondary point, I didn't hear that the first video I watched, but I'm not going to spend all my wealth while you're out creating yours. Because now that sounds to me like, yo, I'm scared you're going to leave me eventually. And like, I don't know. That shit's kind of weird to me.
I've heard that point plenty of times. But it was a longer clip also that's around because it's a whole podcast episode with Shannon Sharp. But they also talked about how she has her family. She pays all her family bills or whatever. He has his family. He does the same for his family. When they come together, he basically was like, when we have our money together, we got more money. So he alluded to taking trips with her. Oh, well, if we could do this with just my 50% on the trip, if you put 25% on this, we could do even bigger shit on this trip. Or he talked about a yacht or something. He was like, well, I could do this with a $5 million yacht. Oh, well, I'll put $2 million on top of that yacht. Let's go get the $7 million yacht. It was just small shit like that. Like it wasn't like a sonning or I need her to do it. It was more so our money together is more money. Simple math. I don't know. I didn't see what was wrong with it. We both know, or we could assume that both of them are doing well financially. So it's not like a situation where we know D Wade needs her to do 50-50. It's just more so to me, like it sounds like Gabby wants to do it. And I don't see the problem with that.
What are people mad at?
Who knows, bro?
The fact that it's 50-50. D Wade's a millionaire.
So
that's what I'm saying. If it worked for them, to me, if it worked, it worked.
It's so dumb.
Yeah, I mean, I don't give a fuck how D Wade and Gabrielle Union decide to split their finances. I just thought he was doing a little bit of damage control, and I don't think it came across like he thought it would come across.
How do you see it? How do you see it coming across if it didn't come across good?
I got this question from a coworker of mine, well, two of them, that are both women, and it was framed to me as, can you talk about how D Wade traumatized Gabrielle Union into having to pay for half the house?
Yeah, I like this point.
Y'all how you feel about it, Flock? Traumatized? That's the word you would use?
I think that's a big word. It's definitely a hot word right now. But saying stuff like this is my house, it is like a power move, and there's a little bit of manipulation in there.
Yeah, it's swinging your dick.
Yeah, and it's not cool. So I don't blame her for doing it that way. I think there's probably a better way to go about how you work through that type of treatment. But if that's what she did, that's what she felt like she needed to do, then it's not like it's, she doesn't have any money and she's having to go broke.
So neither one of you will refer to your house as your house in front of your wife?
No, even if I do, because I'm working and M's raising the kids. I mean, she's still working, but I'm working more. I'm not going to pull that weight because she's raising the kids. She could go like, well, I raise these kids all day and you're not here. So they're kind of going to be more loyal to me than my kids. That's just going to go tit for tat at that point.
You wouldn't say my house? Even if you're going 50-50?
If I'm going 50-50, I would say it's my house for sure.
And if you're going, so
why do you need to say that?
Because at 50-50, like then it's like both of our, we could both say my house, and like there's not really like a negative thing behind it. It's kind of just a point across, like, dog, I'll fucking mess up now if I want. Like, this is my house too.
I think if you're going to say this is my house, dig a little deeper and be like, hey, I feel like you're not treating me like an adult, or it seems like you're not respecting me right now. Say what you mean.
Ain't nobody doing all that shit, Jake.
And I mean, that's what, never mind. But it's like, that's good communication. That's healthy relationship talk.
Now, if I was paying for everything and it was my house and I was arguing with you and I go, this is my house, I would feel really bad about it afterwards. Because that is throwing your weight around. It's like, I pay for shit. This is my crib, and you can get the fuck out.
It ain't, but there's no you could get the fuck out after it.
But that's what you're thinking. Like, that's what I would think. If I moved in with a girl that already had a house and I wasn't paying for it and shit, this is my house. Oh, all right. Bet.
That's what the other person's going to feel.
Okay, so that's the case. You move in with somebody that has a house paid for, and they like, this is my house.
I'm going to go get my house then. The fuck you mean?
It becomes our house. Yeah.
Well, are you mad at the fact that she's like, all right, well, we about to go get another house because you ain't about to say this shit? What does that say about the woman?
Buy into the mortgage then, motherfucker. I don't know. But like, yeah, like 100%. If I was in that situation and somebody said, this is my house, I would go buy my own house. Because you're not about to do that shit. You're not going to frame it out to me like, this is my house and you can be homeless if you need to be. You don't agree with me? You can get the fuck out.
Because you're stripping that person of any security. You're making them feel so vulnerable that they don't have a place in the home. Like they're just a guest.
I could see that. But again, like I said, I mean, it seemed like it worked better after the statement.
After,
right, let's go get the big house in Cali. Let's go get the big house in LA.
I agree with all the other shit you were saying about because I watched the first clip the other time. He was like, yo, like when she says 50-50, it means like, yo, I was thinking about spending $200,000 on a family trip, and she said, fuck that, let's go real crazy, and now I spend $350 on it. That's dope. I think that's sick. Like that's ideal. But the whole other shit of like, this is my house, or like she's not going to be building her wealth. If I'm married to you, I think you building your wealth is building our wealth anyway, because we're going to be together forever, right? That's the concept of marriage. So I'm not even looking at it of, yo, she's out there, I'm spending my cheese, and she's out there building her shit. No, she's an actress. She's got a longevity of a career that I can't have because I'm an athlete. Yeah, like maybe I will spend this shit, and then in the future, she's going to hold us down.
All these is like great thoughts, but like let's break it down to being humans. That thought wouldn't creep into your mind if you was paying all the bills.
I would hope.
Yeah, but
not.
You don't say it.
Maybe not, but if you're talking amongst men like D Wade and Shannon Sharp was talking, you drinking, like, yeah. Or one of your boys just saying, damn, you paying all the bills, she ain't paying nothing, and she working? Oh, man, you just going to let her have all her money and you just spending yours? That's not uncommon to hear. And I feel like that would be a regular thought for somebody in that situation. Whether it's right or wrong, that's a different topic. But to say that's crazy to say is not, to me, it's not crazy to say.
And I mean, if we're being realistic, like people do make exit strategies.
That's what I'm saying. Like, let's be honest. And I mean, it's a lot of people on Twitter that ain't in that situation, so they don't know what they would do in that situation. You got two, but I'm assuming Gabby's a millionaire. You got two millionaires together. Why are we mad at them splitting bills?
I do think when people both contribute, it's a more healthy dynamic. If it's built like that, to where you both have more actively careers. Like,
do we think Jay-Z and Beyonce just bought that $200 million mansion in Malibu just with one person's money?
They might, but I'm sure like they probably take.
If it came out, Jay-Z and Beyonce split that shit $100 million down the middle, would people really be like, "Oh my gosh, she's spending her own money. Jay-Z's a billionaire. Just buy it"? Like, I don't think that would be the discussion.
Yeah,
like, damn, that's a power couple. They made a boss move, blah blah, shit like that. But I think maybe because they're not verbalizing it, it's not a thing. But I think it's just the fact that D Wade and Gabby have put that out in the public, so people looking at it crazy. But it wasn't like Jay-Z buys $200 million home. No. Jay-Z and Beyonce buy a $200 million home.
Well, here's the other thing about that, too, is like people take millionaire problems and apply them to everyday shit. And it's way different when it's millionaire problems.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. I wish that people would talk about their own lives as opposed to how the millionaires are handling it. Because it's different for most of us. Yeah. Like saying that, you get that off too many times, it's not going to go well for you.
And I agree. I agree with both of y'all. I mean, one of us had to play the other side of it, but I agree. Saying that shit, especially to the wrong person, man or woman, you won't have a problem. that may be the end of the relationship for some people.
Yeah.
But in what seemed like D Wade and Gabby case, they both got it, and neither one of them has a problem with contributing to whatever that shit may be. So yeah, I didn't see it being a big deal like that. But yes, I mean, social media always going social media and make for good conversation and shit to talk about. But I think they took that shit out of line, and I don't think it's as big of a deal as people make it.
No, it's definitely not. There's an obsession with talking about celebrities and their money and how they spend it, and I don't know if that's like folks dreaming or trying to live in a fantasy world to where they get out of their own reality. You know, why are we so obsessed with that? With analyzing other people's lives that we'll never even know.
I think just the allure of like basically just knowing rich people business and
makes us feel more important.
Yeah, you feel like maybe that person more important, and then you just want to say. I mean, I don't feel like nothing's wrong with saying how you feel about a certain situation if it's out in public, but to say somebody's doing something wrong and you're not doing this right, it's like all right.
Oh my god!
I think Bill froze.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back. No, I was gonna say yeah. It's a big difference when people are looking at it and going, oh, I'm not paying half when I'm making $45,000 to where Gabrielle Union's getting a couple million for a movie, or a couple million a year. A little different.
I mean, in my situation, I wouldn't be able to make the money if I didn't have Emily.
Right.
So it's like I could never say that to her.
Right.
Because I'd have to just be at home all day.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You got anything else? You want me to go one last topic?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, matter of fact, I got two topics real quick we could talk about. Talk about Jokic. They won the title last night. Do a basketball take real quick?
Yeah, let's do it.
Is there anything to talk about?
I want to go home.
I love this shit of like him like being so like he's not really into it that much.
No, he wants to go home, man. He wants to be picked up by his two big ass brothers.
And like, yeah, it's kind of funny to like the aspect of like some people are like, yeah, like he's not super passionate, blah blah, and like he treats it just like a job, and it's like, well, that's what the fuck you want people to do, right?
You would hope so, yeah.
You wanted to treat it like a job. He comes in, he gets in shape, he works out, he delivered a championship, and if he wants to go the fuck home and ride horses, he doesn't want to party, he doesn't want he's not gonna cry on the mic afterwards, like let him do whatever the fuck he does. Like he could do whatever the fuck he wants. He got the job done.
It's like he's got a life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More than basketball.
Have we ever seen a basketball player like him? I don't remember.
Tim Duncan? Personality-wise?
Like, yeah, not like that. I'm talking about game-wise. Because I don't even think Tim was putting the numbers Jokic was putting up.
Well.
Game-wise, this consistent, probably not. And, I mean.
How do y'all feel about him playing an 8 seed, a 6 seed, 4 and an 8 seed?
I don't care.
Yeah, you can't be mad at who he played.
I don't care. Just because he did it all year as well. Like they got the first seed for a reason because they smoked everybody all year. He's put up consistent numbers. He's putting up Russell Westbrook numbers when everybody was saying you can't win with that kind of volume. And then he dominated all the way through the year and won a championship pretty easily.
I would have liked to see the Heat with the healthy Jimmy, Tyler Hero, and Oladipo.
They wouldn't have had a shot. They wouldn't have had a shot. I
mean, did you watch the games?
They wouldn't have had a shot, bro.
Did you watch the games?
Yeah, I watched. No,
it doesn't sound like you did.
I watched 2 out of 5, and it was
okay. So no.
1 minute of them games. Fuck them games. Lakers wasn't in it.
Never going to be in it again.
You a Jimmy Butler guy? You like him?
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't like Jimmy Butler?
I like that he wills his way to wins, but like he's not like he does this like every once in a while, and everyone's like, "Yo, Jimmy's."
Every once in a while, talking about like 2 of the last few playoffs or finals appearances.
100%. What's he been in the league? 13 years. Sick.
Yeah, and he was nobody coming in, and he's led every team to the playoffs.
He did okay.
With nobody.
No
undrafted players on his team.
No championship with the Sixers. Stacked team. No championship with the Wolves.
How long was he on the Sixers?
No championship with the Bulls. Fucking talented team. Don't nobody want to hear that shit, dog. He's not
man. He been to the finals twice with the Heat, man.
Congrats. Congrats.
With undrafted players, dude.
Is that Jimmy or is that the Heat?
It's the Heat. It's the Heat. He's not a superstar. He's not, league superstar.
He's not a superstar. He does these runs and everyone's like, yo, Jimmy Butler. And like,
see, I don't like the easy player. I don't like to pick the guy that's going to win. I'm going to go with the underdog, someone that I can put some heart into. I'm not going to go with the fan favorite. What I don't like
about Jimmy Butler is don't be too cool, bro. Like, don't be too like fucking Joe with this shit.
His attitude changed when he found out his dad was dying. Like,
that's cool. I'm not talking about any of that shit. Okay, the motherfuckers' dads die every day. B, shit happens. It's part of being an adult, dog. Don't fucking try to fucking.
That's stupid as shit.
Buddy.
That's stupid.
Motherfuckers' dads die all the time, gang. That shit ain't nothing.
Nothing.
So what I was saying is the little interview he did last week, and he was like, "Yo, like, yeah, if I won or if I got into the Hall of Fame, like, I don't even know if I would show up. Like, it would be cool, but like that type shit is corny to me."
I mean, Jokic give the same energy shit.
Same thing. He did the same thing.
I like Jokic because he's white.
He's white. Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. That's what
in all full circle, Bill's Italian.
Italian Bill.
Got me, Jake. I just think it's corny. No, like, you don't think Jokic would show up to the Hall of Fame?
Not if he got horses he needed to tend to.
Okay, fair enough.
Did you see his brother pick him up after the game?
Yeah, big ass kid.
I was like, yo, this Jokic is humongous.
Yeah.
His brother just lifts him up.
I like the brother shit that they do. I do. I'm a fan of that. Because his brothers are both big guys. They're both like 6'9", 6'10".
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're both, and they both play basketball as well.
Did you see the video of him playing in like Serbia and the booze that he went through there?
Mm-hmm.
That shit was insane.
Yeah, I like Jimmy Butler and whatnot, though. I just don't think I think it's a lot more culture shit. I think you put Devin Booker on the Heat, and he does exactly what Jimmy Butler does, if not better.
No.
Yeah.
We're seeing who Devin Booker is recently.
No.
What? He dropped what? They took the Nuggets to a 6-game series? So they took the Nuggets to the furthest series they had all playoffs? Because Devin Booker was averaging 38?
Devin Booker scored 70 in a loss. Like, no. I don't think it's translating.
38 against the Nuggets.
Booker's not playing the defense Jimmy Butler's playing.
Jimmy was guarding Jimmy was guarding everybody.
Devin Booker, better player, but he's not doing what Jimmy doing now.
Is Jimmy a top 10 player?
No.
Yeah, okay.
Neither is Devin Booker.
Yeah, he is.
All right.
Yeah, he is.
Maybe. I don't think so.
Yeah, he is.
That's wild to say that he's top 10, but Jimmy's not top 10.
Well, he just outperformed Kevin Durant in the playoffs.
But are you picking Kevin Durant or Devin Booker over Kevin Durant?
One season now, Devin Booker.
Are you picking Devin Booker over Kevin Durant?
Devin Booker.
Are you picking Devin Booker?
I told you. Devin Booker.
I'll take KD all day.
Okay, we'll see next year.
I guess. Who are you taking, Flock?
If KD's healthy, I'm taking KD.
Big if.
Is that your reason? Is that the reason for you not taking him?
I just think Devin Booker's elite.
So no.
All right, no. I'm not gonna do this. Because I don't want to. What else did I have? I said I had 2 topics. Oh, Tyler Creator shit. Did you guys see that?
Radar?
Yeah, the little clip where he said it's kind of stupid how like people his age or younger or like people like 20, 22, 23 are saying like what's their favorite album. They feel like they're forced to say like Tupac, Biggie, Nas, and it's kind of like, yo, be real with yourself. And to an extent, I agree with that.
I listened to the whole interview. That shit was fire. I believe it though. I feel like that happens a lot.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, because I'm aware of Rakim, but I don't have him at the same height as people my dad age or older. Like I just wasn't there for it. Now, when it do come to Biggie, Jay, Nas, I was able to hear them, digest those albums, especially at an older age. I definitely went back, played them like, nah, this phenomenal shit. But I do see like some people just say shit, and then when you ask them about, all right, so what's your favorite album off It Was Written? Well, It Was Written. Who album is that? You just said Nas was in your top 5, and you just catch them in stupid shit like that. But it is performative when people say certain names, and you be like, come on, bro, you don't even know I gave you power. Like, stop talking.
Yeah, I had this conversation with a dude like 2 years ago, an older guy, and he was asking me who my favorites were, and I said Tupac, and he was like, name 5 albums. I had to name them because I actually like Tupac, but like even those guys, like, were when we were kids.
Yeah, I feel like when it comes to Tupac and Biggie, the only thing we missed with them is we didn't feel the energy or the impact they really had because we was too young to feel that.
Yeah, when
So
it dropped.
I don't remember when Biggie and Pac died. Like I don't remember that. And I know for a generation above us, that probably hit them way different than it hit us. But as far as listening to words and lyrics, I think I got a good grasp on why Biggie is in my top 5. And you can listen to Life After Death and say, this is why he's in my top 5.
And I was listening to Tyler, what he was saying about favorite albums is like you have to hear it, process it, and then it freezes like a moment in time for you. To where it always like comes back to where it was. And I was thinking about it and I was like, The Recession might be my favorite album of all time.
I feel that.
I get that, but I didn't wholeheartedly agree with it. Yeah, I got songs and shit that bring me back to eras or albums that I listen to in whatever moments of my life, but like I said, I was 97, I'm 5 years old. When Ready to Die drops, you not giving me 5 albums that's better than that. And like, I think there's some shit that's undeniable. Like if you listen to it and you really like this shit.
Yeah, I think there's like a difference between yeah. I guess it's the argument you want to make of like the quality of art and like an actual favorite album.
And I mean, even to what he was saying, he not totally contradicted himself, but he kind of did because he talked about his most recent album, and then he brought up a Q-Tip album that came out in like '99, and he was saying how this album did X, Y, and Z for him, and it's like, yeah, it did that because you went back and listened to this shit, and you like, damn, this shit is phenomenal art. But I'm pretty sure at 5, you wasn't like, oh, this is the fucking Q-Tip album, like this shit changed my life. Like, no. Like some shit you do go back and listen to, and you like, holy shit, this is the best shit ever. But it is some things like I'm not about to be like, yeah, KRS is in my top 5 because he can freestyle at the drop of a dime. Like I just wasn't there to feel KRS like that.
I like this point. I think it made sense because I can go back and I can listen to every Tupac album in the world and say, wow, this is amazing. Or even going back and revisiting Jay-Z as I'm older and going, wow, like he was really talking some shit. But when I put The Recession on, I can vividly picture myself, and I can rap it word for word, driving around in a Bonneville on the way to high school with 4 friends in the car, and going, yeah, this was probably the hottest shit that we played for a year and a half in a row on repeat. Absolute best album of probably my teenage years. So that'll probably be my favorite album.
But then I would ask, how often do you go back? And if you go back, you go back. But how often do you go back to listen to The Recession?
I just went back probably like last month because I was on a Jeezy kick and I was going back through all his early shit. And that's when I realized how much I listened to that album specifically.
And I mean, I was the same way with Jeezy. But to say he got an album in my top 5, I'll be lying. He might got one in my top 10. But
if we went repeat albums, I've listened to Mac Miller's last album more than I've listened to any other album.
So why would you be hesitant to say that's your favorite?
It's probably second favorite.
Okay.
Jake, what do you think, man?
I think when I used to really adore music more, I was probably on the let's get technical with it and who's actually the best. But now I think I'm all favorite.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm all favorite just because I don't have the time to really appreciate it like I used to. So now it's just what makes me have the feeling that I'm looking for or want to reminisce on. Yeah. So I don't listen to any Joe Budden.
It's like looking at a painting. Like some paintings you might look at and say like, this is the coolest fucking painting in the world. And some paintings you go like, I understand how much detail and effort was put into this. Like this is by far a better painting, but I'd rather hang this in my living room.
Yeah, no. I don't know. I get Tyler point, but wholeheartedly agree I can't because just off the simple fact of, like I said, life after death. If you play that album, it's kind of hard to say this isn't one of the greatest bodies of work anybody's ever put together.
Yeah, I can respect that.
Yeah, fair enough. Random thoughts?
Random thought, man. Did y'all see the Twitter Home Depot girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went viral on Twitter.
Yeah, she was bad.
So she was too quick to work at Home Depot, gets all the likes and retweets on Twitter. Her life seems to come to shambles. Apparently, everybody found out where she worked, where she lived, even went so far to have a picture of her damn social security card.
Damn.
So going viral kind of fucked her life up. And I was just thinking, social media is a gift and a curse because even she put out a video either today or yesterday. And she was even talking about to the point where she was like, yeah, y'all kind of ruined my life. Like, I got to move. Y'all know where I live. Y'all know where I work. I haven't made a dime off of this shit. So it's not like I'm rich. And then she alluded to, oh, why don't you just do OnlyFans? Then it's like we degrade pretty girls to do OnlyFans. That's the only way to get rich. Mind you, she's in school working for hers. It was just a lot with it, and I was just thinking, like, is social media fame worth it?
Yeah, that was interesting too because it was like it wasn't like the post was like that like out of the norm either. It was just like, oh hey, I'm at work. Like my one job I work that like people remind me I'm too pretty to work at, and that shit went viral. I guess the only thing I thought that she did was weird was post Shaq's DMs.
Apparently, Shaq told her to post.
Okay, well if that's the case, yeah, I'm even before that I felt bad for the girl.
Yeah, sucky situation.
Yeah, sucks. She is pretty. Definitely pretty.
Thoughts? I don't know, man. Nah, I'm gonna let you live. Go ahead. Thoughts, fellas.
Jake, you got one? Want me to go first?
Is Jack Harlow getting in trouble?
I saw the bonnet thing.
I did see that.
Hey, Jake, before you say that, did you watch the White Man Can't Jump reboot?
No.
Okay. Right. Go on to your thing.
I didn't have a random thought. So that just came to mind over the hotel thing. I feel like just awful looking at it. Looked kind of crazy to be wearing that. Like, are you trying to look cool to wear a bonnet? And what are you doing there? It's kind of weird move for Jack Harlow. Like, he seems to make all the right moves. He should put himself in that song you sent us about the rest of his friends who do weird shit.
That's funny. I didn't think it was that deep. Maybe I'm not the guy to say it's not, but that was him being funny.
Would you wear a bonnet?
I don't have curly hair.
Oh, that's what he's saying it was? I didn't consider that.
So, I don't.
Does it help with, his hair?
I thought that's what bonnets are for. Keep your hair in place, right?
Okay.
I have no idea. I mean, I
didn't give a damn. I don't even know why people are mad at that. Nobody cared when Spooky Black was out here with a do-rag on, running around harmonizing and shit.
Eminem wore a do-rag for years.
This is some bullshit that people fake mad about that they won't give a fuck about in 2 days. It was Home Depot girl. Now it's Jack Harlow wearing a bonnet. Tomorrow we'll be looking at the girl talking about Zion again. Nobody cares. Shit is,
nobody cares.
Yeah, that was fucked up. They came at him like that, but he ain't gonna face no real backlash over that shit.
Yeah.
I do want to take a black light to a hotel room next time I go.
What made you say that?
Why would you want to do that though?
Because I don't know if I can sleep in a hotel room again.
I could take a black light to my room.
Got some screamers in you, just.
This man crazy.
My buddy's living. He's moving, and so he's living with another buddy.
Pause.
And I just don't know if I could do that.
Do what? Do what, dog? Do what? Do what, bro?
Because fellas, they
No,
they gotta take care of themselves, and you're gonna be in my house just going nuts. That's crazy. I don't even know what you're using.
What?
I tried to throw my towels away, bro. This is sick.
You're fucked up, bro. Like that's your biggest fear. If I call you like next month, I'm like, yo, Jake, like I need somewhere to crash for a month. You're like, oh, you're not beating your dick here.
Not on my house, buddy.
Not on my watch. Like, you're fucked up. Thanks like
just
that.
Walking by your room here.
What the fuck is that voice?
Y'all out of pocket.
It's a wild thought, bro. I never even thought about that shit. If somebody's staying with me, like, oh shit, you better not. You better take that shit to the car.
Just in the car. Just catch your buddy in the car late night. Just the phone light on top. You gotta have some tinted ass windows.
It's the middle of winter.
He's got a puffy jacket on. That's all he's got is the puffy jacket.
Fucking igloo out there, dog. You just see the light shining through the snow. Fucking Zion's baby mom just flashing in the That's dumb. Oh man. Switch topics, random thought. I saw we talked about DC Young's baby mom passed last week. And I saw some backlash on Twitter this week because they released some like footage from the funeral and whatnot. And people were talking about him smiling and shit. Are you guys fucking stupid? What the fuck is wrong with people, yo?
That's so dumb.
What the fuck? I saw a post on Facebook today and said, it doesn't even seem like he cares that much. What the fuck is wrong with you people, yo?
Crazy.
This motherfucker can't smile at the celebration of life for his fucking baby mom without catching critique from you fucking losers. Get a grip, yo. Get a grip. I hate when motherfuckers talk like that. What, I'm supposed to just be crying the whole fucking time to prove how sad I am to you, you fucking pussies? That shit is so weird, yo.
How do they want to see you cry in front of them, though? That's
so fucking weird. I'm not supposed to. I'm with my 3 fucking kids that just lost their mom. We releasing doves and shit. I'm supposed to be crying in front. Aren't you supposed to project strength as a man? What the which way do y'all want to go with it? Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense, yo. Complete lose for my man. So it's like trying to make the best out of an awful situation.
Yeah. And
you got to worry about getting on Facebook and Twitter and whatnot and catching backlash because you're not sad enough for the motherfucker that doesn't know you or your baby mom. Get a fucking grip, you losers, yo. Shit is so fucking weird.
That's corny.
So fucking weird.
That's corny.
White folks love to say "get a grip." It's a good saying.
Get a grip, man. Get a grip. Oh, we
also
like to almost walk into somebody and go, "Ooh,
ooh." Or that video that
we both shuffle left the first time, and then you got to show. You're like, "Ooh." Or the half smile that you do. You know what I also noticed I've been doing lately is I can't walk past a dog without saying, "Hey, pup." Every time I walk past a dog, I'm like, "Hey, pup." I don't speak to the owner, just the dog.
Yeah, I do that too. Jove used to always send me that meme of the guy going like this. It's like, I already called the cops, buddy. Like, I don't know what.
The fact that face is so accurate is kind of crazy.
It's insane.
It's not the first time he's done it.
Like, is it not knowing what to say, or is it like, what is it?
For me, it's not. It doesn't have anything to do with the person. Yeah, it's just like a.
No, do it.
Too late. They're on their way.
Yeah, that face is. Internationally,
it's hilarious. It's so true.
It's very true.
That's so funny.
Like, just say what's up, or you could just look away. Like, you ain't got to do the whole.
Well, it's way harder on the Northeast block because people like when you're in the South and like you're walking down the sidewalk and you walk by somebody, you could say like, "Hey, how you doing?" Or like, "Hey, how's it going?" Up here, like you say that shit and people like are caught off guard by it and then look at you like you're weird. Like they're almost like a little shocked. They don't know what to say to it.
Yeah, I heard there was a saying in the North, they hate the person. In the South, they hate the people. So in the North, like they like groups of folks. In the South, the opposite way around. The North doesn't like to talk to one person and talk to everybody. South, talk to one person, not the whole group.
Yeah, I don't.
You know, the racism in the South. That's
yeah. Okay, I got it. I was going to say it sounds racist, but yeah,
it is.
Okay. All right, and that's views from the chair.
Views, man.